Hello and welcome to We Are Crafted in His Image. Today we are on our 5th Coco & Crafts class, and this is the second project. We're going to make this cute little ice cream card that actually doubles as a gift card holder. Let me see if I have... Oh, I do. You can take and stick a little gift card in there, or maybe some money, other little things you can just tuck into that little pocket. But super quick and easy project, so let's go ahead and get started on this one today. So we have in our kit, now remember, you will need a brown ink that was not included in the kit. I will be using cinnamon cider. One of the envelopes has your pre-cut little ice cream scoops and the cone. There we go. Put this aside. And we can get started. This is super easy. So you have a card base like this that has the normal score right in the middle, but then there is another score 1.25 inches in from the edge, and all we're going to do is, let's go ahead and give it a fold. This is like the super simplest way to make a gift card holder. And fold again. And there's your gift card holder. How simple is that? Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this one. Actually, mine has, unfortunately, my stylus jumped the tracks and I have an extra score on mine, but I don't believe I have any on any of the others. I'm looking for, oh, there it is, my bone folder. You know, this bone folder is like 15 years old. I think I might be due to order myself a new one pretty soon. It's definitely showing its worse for wear. I do need to clean it. I can feel sticky on there from my last project. Alright, give this a good score, a good burnish. And there we go. Definitely want to burnish this one really well so that this stays tucked in. It doesn't put a lot of pressure on your adhesive. And then you have a couple of strips of the Designer Series paper. You can see they have ice cream cones on one side, popsicles. The other side has the sprinkles and the stripes. The larger, wider of the piece, which is the stripes or popsicles. And you can decide if you want to use popsicles, use popsicles. I'm going to go with the stripes on mine. I think. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see what that would look like. Yeah, I'm sticking with stripes. Sticking with stripes. I need that. Just tossed it over there. Oh, I guess we could do this. No, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this since I have it out. Stampin' Seal. Put some down both sides. I'm going to go ahead and do both pieces while I have it out here. There we go. And then this just gets adhered, and you know my trick. I have to turn it so that it's on my left. And then line it up with the edge. And there we go. Whoops, it's a little crooked. Come on, are you going to come off? You're not going to come off, are you? Nope, you're down. Okay. Be more careful on the next one. Stick that down on the edge this time. There we go. Okay, and then this piece goes on your flap, and I'm actually going to open it up. It'll be easier to stick down that way. So I'm going to flip mine over to this side. Again, I'm going to run some adhesive down both edges, long edges. There we go. And then this goes along that little piece that we folded in. There we go. One on here, one on here. This Designer Series paper is so cute. Alright, so now for this part here, to glue that down, you do want a pretty strong adhesive. You could use tear and tape if you have some. You could use Stampin' Seal. You're going to want to make sure you burnish it really, really well. I don't know where my top went for my Stampin' Seal. I am going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus because this is actually made for It's a little bit stronger. It's made for 3-dimensional items. It's made to hold really well. So I'm just going to put some right at the top and right at the bottom. Okay, make sure none of it is sticking out so it's not sticky anywhere, and then just give that a really good burnish down to make sure it's going to hold. Okay, and there your pocket is done. And let's do this one. And same thing, just give it a good push. Okay, now time for some stamping. I did this totally backwards. We usually stamp first and then assemble, and I just got excited and started assembling. We are going to treat yourself. So we will need this one, the ice cream, and the 2 pieces for the cone. Now you can also decide if you want to put some sprinkles. I just put sprinkles on my top one. But then there's also, of course, the speckles, which I think I may put some speckles on this one, on mine. So I'm going to go ahead and get out. Let's do the treat yourself first. Now, one thing about the Blackberry Bliss, it will stain your stamps. It's normal. It's just the way the deep reds do. It's not going to hurt the stamp. It just makes it harder to see through after a while. But one trick is to make sure you clean the stamp right away as soon as you are finished, and that will help. So I am going to ink up my stamp. I do want it pretty much right down here at the bottom. Maybe, what does that look like? Half an inch up from the bottom. There we go. And then I'm going to do the second one. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp right away. Try and keep that from staining as much as possible. I'm using my Stampin' Mist on my Stampin' Scrubber. Let me pull this over so you can see. So I sprayed this side, and I'm going to scrub it on here and then scrub it over on this side to dry it off. And that helps keep it from staining too bad if you do it right away, okay? So now I'm going to leave this out because we do want to stamp on our ice cream scoops. Now with this color, we're actually going to do 2 per card. So you're going to do 4. 2 of them in the deep single stamping and 2 of them second generation stamping. So let me grab that stamp and put this one away. And then one thing I did find is, okay, sorry about that. I hit the cord and is wobbling everywhere, and I didn't want you guys getting seasick. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move my paper a little bit so I have a darker background. That way it'll make it easier to see the paper and line it up when I'm doing that part. Does that make sense? If I had a dark piece of cardstock handy, I would just stick that underneath, but I don't have a dark piece of cardstock handy. I can't talk today. Okay, so what we're going to do, we actually don't even need that. Don't need that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my stamp, get 2 of these ready. I'm going to line that up the best I can see, stamp one of them, and then stamp a second one. This one's a little bit easier to see because the ink isn't quite so dark. Alright, so I've got 1 for one card, and now let's do that again for the second card. Definitely makes it easier to see the outline a little bit better if you've got a darker background. That's okay. I think I want to redo that one. I don't care. It didn't line up as well. Like I've mentioned many times, I normally recommend that you stamp first and then punch it out. It just makes it so much easier to line it up and get a nice exact. But because I punched these out for you ahead of time in the kits, we can't do that. There we go. That looks much better. Okay, again, clean my stamp. But as you can see, it's it's going to be stained. It won't affect the stamp. It'll still work fine. And you see the color's not coming off on my paper, but that's just the nature of the dark red inks. Okay, oh, I need to keep this out because I'm going to need that for other colors. But I did say that I wanted to put a little bit of speckly, to make it look like maybe there's fruit bits inside this one, the lighter of the two purples. I'm going to use my speckle stamp. There we go. Clean. Do you hear the squeaky squeaky? Okay. Then we can close this one up. I think we're done with this color. Now we need one of the Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to keep this like this because I'm going to need to stamp a couple of these, so that'll make it easier to see. Got a piece of fuzz on my stamp. I have dogs. Their hair gets everywhere. Even on my stamps. Okay, stamp one. See how I did. Oh, not too bad. And number 2. Now those of you who ordered the punch to go with your set, you could just stamp these on a scrap piece of paper and punch them out, and then you get them nicely lined up without having to worry about it. Okay, so there's that. Oh, we still need one more. One more. That's all the blue Bermuda Bay we need. Now we need some terracotta tile. Oh, we did need one more Blackberry Bliss. Oh well, that's okay. We'll get that out in a second. Alright, let's do the terracotta tile. I love this color. It's a brown, but it's not. It's a pink, but it's not. It's just such a cool color. There's one. And 2. Okay, nice. Clean this one off. And now I do want to put some sprinkles on my very top one. So I'm going to grab the sprinkle stamp next. Get my terracotta tile out. Not terracotta tile, Blackberry Bliss. We had terracotta tile. I want to put some purple sprinkles on top of this. And the last one. Ta-da! Okay, now we need to do the cone, ice cream cone. So now's when you need to pull out your brown, whatever brown you have. I'm going to use cinnamon cider for mine. I have 2 of these. And this one, you will need scrap paper. Go ahead and stamp this off first onto a piece of scrap. And then stamp it onto your triangle. Ooh, that lined up nice. Love it when that happens. There we go. And now there is, in the stamp set, there is a stamp that kind of gives your cone a little bit of a texture, a little bit of waffle texture. And for this, you do not need your scrap paper anymore. You're just going to stamp that straight on. Okay. I think we are done with the stamping. Time to put the last little bit together. This, I told you, this card is going together really super quick. I actually did not stamp on my envelope, so you can pick out whatever stamps you want to put on the envelope to decorate it up. Whoops, there it is. But for this part, what we want to do, I had, let's see. That's the order I had mine in. You can mix yours up if you want to. And then when I found the easiest way to do this was to, you don't want to go all the way to the top. I need to bring it closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. But you're just gonna put a bit of adhesive right down the edge, but stop short. Don't go all the way to the bottom, okay? There we go. Then you just start with your cone, stick it on here so that it overlaps the edge, and then put your dark purple, the dark Blackberry Bliss, and then the Bermuda Bay, and then the lighter Blackberry Bliss one, and then finally your terracotta tile on the top. And there you go. How quick and easy is that? Let's do our next one. Oh, come on, adhesive. And so you want to stop short so that it doesn't stick out. Your cone is kind of skinny at the bottom and you don't want it sticking out beyond that. Stick that one on, and then this one, and this one, and terracotta tile for our last one. And there you go. How fun would that card be to give to somebody with maybe a coupon to the local ice cream shop, maybe some birthday spending money, whatever you want to gift them. Oh, I didn't think about it because I stamped on the back. Oh, I may have to disguise that one somehow because I flipped it over. I totally forgot the backs were going to show. Might have to figure out a way to disguise that one. But anyway, these are finished. You got your envelopes, so you can stamp them up to match however you want. And this project is finished. So next week we'll be back with another card. It will be a fun shaker card, and I will see you then. Until then, God's love and blessings to you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye!